Today I have a Junior Pac-Man field kit. When I got it, this EEPROM was in backwards and there was a blank screen. So I programmed a new one, and I'll show you what I have after that. All of the characters are out of maze. They're a little high and they don't quite go correctly. Okay, so these guys are supposed to come down the bridge, and they're just coming straight. And then when the stork comes out, the stork is in two pieces. It's like that whole head is upside down or something. I'm not quite sure, because it's supposed to be carrying the bundle and drop the bundle. The bundle never comes down. It just kind of sits there. So the intro's all messed up. Now you can see where the dots are eaten. They're in the wrong spot. The ghosts are in the wrong spot. Everything up here. So what I think this is there's two counters that address, or that the ROM feed. There's two RAMs, I'm sorry. Two RAMs, one at 2J and 2H, and they're 7489s. And the output is fed to two 161 counters. They preload them at 2A and 3A, and I think that's what controls the location. You see now the bundle is down lower now. It's almost in the right spot, but Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man aren't. So I'll show you where that is on the board. And I don't really like the schematics for Junior Pac-Man. It's too small. You have to search around to figure out where the signals are all coming from and going. I like the way the Donkey Kong ones are laid out, and the Pac-Man and Galaxian are laid out, because they're one sheet. But for some reason, when they did these Junior Pac-Mans, they're kind of like, it's not like Atari schematics. Some people really love those. It labels what each section is. This is called line RAM that we're looking at here. But they, these two RAMs feed those 161s. They turn around and dump their data into a 93L 422 RAM, and we'll go from there. Hang on. Okay, well, I changed out those two 161s at 2A and 3A, and they make no difference. So I started chasing some of these signals around here. They feed into the 93422 at 2B, and then they turn into these DB signals. So these DB signals I've been trying to chase down. Basically there's a 377 up at 8, what is this? 8R. So I was looking at 8R, and next to 8R is an LS00. And, I was doing some probing on it. 1, 2, pin 3, pin 4, pin 5, pin 6, pin 7. No, nothing. Pin 8. And when I touch pin 9, 8 and 9 together. Let's see, where is that? Was it 8 and 9? 9 and 10. Okay, pin 9 and 10, they're in the color ROM circuit. And 9 and 10 feed, or the output is on pin 8. So 9 comes from the LS00 itself. And now you see how the sprites aren't perfect, but they follow the stairs? Look at that. So I think it might be this control LD signal. And here comes the stork. He's in one piece, and he's dropping the baby. The baby bounces, and then Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man are right there. So I think it's this controller LD signal. Now I have to track down what it is. Is it pin 9? Is that the bad signal, or pin 10? Pin 10 here is just dead. And pin 10 is supposed to come off of pin 4 of the LSO2 at 4H. So let me find that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4H. Pin 4 on 4H. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, okay. And I'm getting a signal over here on 4H, pin 4, and then up here on pin 10, I'm getting nothing. So it's like I have a broken trace or something. Let's see. So let me see if I have a jumper wire or 2. And we can go pin 7, 8, 9. There's pin 10. And where's this 04? Pin 4 here. Come on, you can do this. Oh gosh, this is a long stretch. 4F. Pin 4. Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's stuck low. I was on the wrong chip. So it has pin 5. It's 5 and 6. So 4. 5 is toggling. 6 is toggling. And pin 4 is dead. I'll show you what that looks like on our board. Hold on. Okay, let's look at this. We have this pin right here. This is the LS00 at 8S. It's got nothing on pin 8. Or excuse me, 10. 7, 8, 9, 10. It is fed by this 08 over here. Or excuse me, 02 at 4F. Boom. Pin 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if you can see that, but it's stuck low. 5 is pulsing, and 6 is pulsing. 6 is pulsing. So 5 and 6 are the two signals that feed this. So I believe I've got a bad gate here on this LSO4 at 4, or excuse me, LSO2 at 4F. And it's supposed to have an 8 hertz signal coming into pin 5, and pin 6 is the output of the LSO20 at 8S, I think it is. Anyway, pin 6 is toggling. This is, and boom, dead gate. So I'm going to pull that chip, put another one in, we'll see what we got. Be right back. All right, so what I did is I took this LSO4 and I jumpered the one at 4F, and it made no difference. The pin 4 was still dead. 5 and 6 have a signal, but 4 is dead. So pin 4 is a dead short somehow, either internally or something else on the trace. You know, it could be the input over here on this chip is just shorted to ground. But if I took pin 4 and I lifted it, put this on here and booted it up, I did get a signal here on pin 4. So it's a good place to start. And then, we'll see if that fixes it or not. Sorry about the jiggly camera. These headphones have a real short cord on them, and I'm plugged right into the camera. So I have some Bluetooth ones over here, but they seem to run out within an hour, and that's not very cool. So I need some way to plug them into power and run them. And I guess I could do that. I could actually turn them in. Yeah, I've got a cable over here. I'll probably do that in the future. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. I could actually have the Bluetooth headset plugged into power. And then it'll be it won't be pulling on this camera anymore. All right, that came right up. And here's the new one. Okay, I've switched to my Bluetooth headset. We'll see if this works. I've got it plugged in, powering up, so I don't have to worry about it running out of power. And then it's paired to the camera. So let's see. All right, so here's this LSO4. Oops, no, that's a 163. Where's the new 04 or 02? This is the one I pulled. LSO2. This is the new one. Let's take the chip tester and test the old one. See where we're at there. Not found, so it is bad. We don't know. It'd be interesting to test it with the multimeter and see. Okay, and this knows it's an LSO2, so we're good there. Let's see, off. Pop this sucker in, and we will solder this and go from there. Where's my solder? There it is. Excuse me. Sometimes it takes a little bit to reach for things, especially if I'm trying to talk at the same time. It's not always easy. All right. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. So far I've replaced these two 161s. I put in 163s, and this 04, which we know is bad. The 163s came back and tested and said that they were fine. So, all right, this is all on. Let's turn off some of this equipment, and we'll put the camera up on the screen and see if this did anything. Well, actually, we should first, before I do that, I'm going to put my logic probe back up, and we'll test pin 4, and we'll test over here and see if we actually get a signal. Let's do that first. All right, so pin 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we have a signal. That's good. And then over here, pins 8, 9, 10. We have a signal here too. Oh, I love when that happens. Okay, so let's see if it fixed the screen. Here we go. Oh, look at, we're down across the bridge. So the dipping happened. That's great. Nice. Did it fix everything else? Let's find out. Very cool so far. And there's Tim. Yay! Oh, look at this. I'm going to turn this main light out. Look at that. That looks so much nicer. Falling down, falling down. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so that signal that was bad. Let's see if the... Yep, the characters are all in the maze again. Oh, this is beautiful. Hopefully they stay there. That is just great. So the signal is on sheet 19 of 22. It's called CNT. Let's see. CNTRLD. So I think that's, I don't know what it is exactly. But that signal, let's see. Let's look up where it goes. All right, yeah, that feeds, oh wow. That is the load. Well, I should have known that that was missing. That, those 161s that we replaced, that's the signal that tells them to preload. So they were not preloading the positional data, so they were just counting. They weren't allowing they weren't being loaded first. So that's pretty cool. So now we know what that was. So we've got another working Junior Pac-Man board. We'll let this run and I'll play it a little bit, and I'll let it run this evening, and then if everything's good, it'll go back tomorrow. So that was the only problem really with this board. That and the EEPROM. One of the character EEPROMs in row 2, column C, it was in backwards. And so that was bad too. Let me see if I can actually play a game here. I'm not very good at this. Oh, I'm not getting any sound. What's going on there? Oh, I might have another problem. I'm glad I powered that up. That seems like it's either a bipolar prom, because the... all right, it does. Let me turn the lights back on. And let's come back down to the board and see where we are. Okay, here, there's these two RAMs, and there are these two PROMs. So let's reseat these PROMs. It's an LS129. This is an LS123, just like Pac-Man. And then there's these two, let's see. Wow, I don't hear anything. You can hear it trigger, but nothing happens. And that's these two RAMs right here. Let's get a couple 129s, or excuse me, these are 7489s. I'm going to take some out of a working board. We'll put them in, see if that makes a difference. I think it will. All right, let's see. Much better. All right, so I need a couple 7489s. These are bad. These other twos I've replaced already also. Very interesting. All right, so we got another problem solved here. Okay. Well, I'm glad I play tested that, and instead of waiting, well, at least you got to see what the problem was. It wasn't the proms. It was those two RAMs at 7S and 7R. They are the sound ROMs or sound RAMs. You know, this is so close to Pac-Man. It's almost like they took, you know, the 284, 285 card and just stuck it on the board and, you know, changed a few components to make it a little better, a little easier to repair and cheaper to build. And, yeah. Oh, this is great. It's hard to play on its side, and I'm using my left hand and reaching past the camera, but yeah. Okay, so we finally have it working. This is awesome. So 4 RAMs, an EEPROM, and an LSO4, and we're back in business. Thanks for watching.